Why would a museum add a coffee scoop to their collection of artifacts? Because it's about to become something of a fossil. Introducing new Maxwell House filter packs. It's a better way to wake up. No measuring, no guesswork. It's never been easier to brew a rich, perfect pot of Maxwell House coffee every time. New filter packs, in regular and decaffeinated, only from Maxwell House. A better way to wake up.
All the sweat, all the tears, it all comes down to this. Breathtaking, record-breaking, memory-making. The 1990 Goodwill Games on your TBS channel.
When my boyfriend invited me for pasta, he served Chianti. I said grazie. He served fettuccine. I said grazie. He served grated topping. I said, hold your horses, bucko. See, some grated toppings are only 2/3 cheese and 1/3 fats and fillers. But Kraft is 100% grated Parmesan cheese. So you see, there's grazie and there's not so grazie.
Kraft 100% grated Parmesan for 100% great Parmesan taste.
Dennis woke me up early the day it came to town. We wanted to be the first ones to see it. I'll never forget the way it made every guy wish he had his license. It was cooler than a GTO, faster than a Stingray, and it tasted great with mustard. It was the Wienermobile, and I wanted one. A lot of kids wish they were Oscar Mayer wieners that day, but deep down inside, I knew I was one.
Quality beef as good as ever. Remember when you wished you were an Oscar Mayer wiener?
I was in Phoenix. I had to give a speech. While I was working on my speech in the hotel room, I started coughing. So I called down, and the front desk sent up some cough syrup.
Not all cough medicines work the same.
This stuff was for kids. It wasn't for me. Then I sat down for something stronger, and they sent up Vicks 44.
Today's Formula 44, as effective as doctor-recommended codeine without narcotic side effects.
That Vicks Formula 44 kicked that cough.
Formula 44, as effective as codeine but non-narcotic.
I don't want to cough again, but if I do, I'm taking it.
Even the most remote areas of the country can now be reached at the following number.
Ask your dealer about the $500 guaranteed rebate and the $50 test drive.
There's 2.3 pounds of water in here. That's what's trapped in our body tissue every month. It made me bloated, irritable, and my clothes felt tight until I discovered Aquaban. It helps reduce bloating and puffiness.
Safe and effective Aquaban helps you get rid of the bloat every month.
When you have trouble falling asleep, take the sleeping aid ingredient that's the doctor's choice, the one in Sleepinol. In a survey, 7 out of 10 doctors chose the sleeping aid in Sleepinol. Sleepinol contains the doctor's choice to fall asleep fast.
Monday night on TBS. These are no ordinary men.
These men are, by definition, incapable of taking any kind of discipline or authority, much less intensive training.
No ordinary soldiers.
Look, they might not be pretty, but any one of mine is worth 10 of yours.
Fighting not for their country, but for their very lives.
Oh, I can't think of a better way to fight a war.
Lee Marvin, Charles Bronson, Ernest Borgnine, The Dirty Dozen. Then the legacy continues.
Now the Dirty Dozen, eh?
The Dirty Dozen, next mission, beginning at 8:05 Eastern on TBS, Monday night.
Tonight, deep-sea detective Bob Ballard sets sail with a high-tech robot named Jason to reclaim history from the Mediterranean. The future of undersea adventure is here on Explorer, 9 p.m. Eastern on TBS tonight.
This Goodwill Games moment is brought to you by Diet Pepsi. Basketball, a contest of speed and finesse where a fast break can take a nation's pride to dazzling heights. This summer, the world's best basketball teams come to America for the 1990 Goodwill Games. Breathtaking, record-breaking, memory-making. The 1990 Goodwill Games in Seattle on your TBS channel. And Diet Pepsi is a proud sponsor.
I'm shocked. I made a challenge to any celebrity who's ever done a Diet Coke commercial to come on TV with me and take a taste test against new Diet Pepsi. But no one showed up, and I'm sitting here with an empty chair. Now, maybe somebody's stuck in traffic or their limo broke down, but maybe they already know that the taste of new Diet Pepsi beats Diet Coke. Now, come on, all you Diet Coke celebrities. You're not afraid of a little Diet Pepsi, are you? Or are you?
New Diet Pepsi with 100% NutraSweet.
The countries of the 1990 Goodwill Games.
Sovietski Союз.
La France.
Deutschland. Deutsche Demokratische Republik.
Jamaica.
Nihon.
Magyarország.
Italia.
Mexico.
Great Britain.
España.
Sverige. USA.
Pour les petites стран. The 1990 Goodwill Games in Seattle. This summer on your TBS channel.
In a nationwide test, when asked which ground coffee they preferred, Maxwell House or Folgers, more people responded. They chose Maxwell House coffee, with a richness that comes from coffee that's blended with Colombian beans. Because better beans make better coffee. Even Folgers drinkers preferred Maxwell House. For coffee this rich, America prefers Maxwell House.
They were mighty hungry when they got home that night. No ordinary meal would do them right. She needed something hearty.
Beef noodle hearty.
She got the heartiest hamburger helper she could. Rib stick and beef noodle always tasted real good, and it was hearty.
Beef noodle hearty.
Had oodles and noodles and a beefy sauce too. Her two guys loved it, and her daughter did too, 'cause it was hearty.
Beef noodle. Beef noodle hearty.
Hamburger helper.
Hearty beef noodle.
Makes a great meal.
In just a few brief hours of playtime, a young body can use up lots of vitamin C, magnesium, vitamin B6, and valuable potassium. All of which, as nature would have it, can be replaced by eating one Chiquita banana. It's the ideal way to nourish an imagination. Chiquita, quite possibly the world's perfect food.
Tuesday night, TBS presents two classic stories of leadership, pressure, and desperate decisions.
I'm relieving you as captain of this ship under Article 184. You'll all hang for conspiracy to mutiny.
Two commanders face their enemies.
We are attacking the Chenal. Your wife and baby are on that transport.
And themselves. Humphrey Bogart, The Kane Mutiny. Glenn Ford, Torpedo Run. Beginning 8:05 Eastern on TBS Tuesday night. We now return to Spencer Tracy and Robert Mitchum in 30 Seconds Over Tokyo.